all the fun we used to have. Even though I'm better and time has passed, now I wonder where your mind's at. In my dreams I pick you up, I just wanna make it right. I know all about your troubles, wanna drown into your eyes and feel your blues.
Hi guys! I have missed talking to you so much, but finally I'm ready to start my Easter decor. I know I'm very late to the game as usual, and I will explain why. But this video, as the caption said, is about thrifting. If you're new, hi guys, welcome. My name is Nina. I am a Norwegian YouTuber doing videos in English, or at least as best I can in English. And to my YouTube friends, hi guys. If you have followed me or watched some of my latest videos, you may remember that I was kind of bitten by the thrift store bug a few months back. It started with us needing some antique, or we didn't need, but we wanted some antique cupboards for our cabin. So we went to an antique store near our cabins in the mountains and bought some cupboards and some bowls. And as I said, I got kind of bitten by the bug. So when I was planning or started to think about how I wanted to decorate for Easter without making it too expensive, at least I thought it would not be expensive. I thought I had a great idea when I thought of a Mad Hatter Tea Party theme. That was my kind of frame or idea, and I had some, as I always have, I had some great large ideas on what I was going to do. But here in Norway, when we are kind of led by the weather, so if the weather is nice, you have to do the things you need to do when the weather is nice. And we've had some gorgeous weeks when it comes to the weather, so I have been raking leaves and shoveling horse poop for several weeks. That does not make for good videos, me raking and shoveling for hours. So that's why I have been not making any videos. I didn't have anything to make videos about. And the weather kind of ruined my plans. I know I said in my last videos that I didn't want to have any plans anymore. I didn't want to plan. Of course I'm planning. I just don't want to kind of promise you this or that video and not deliver. So these plans have, thank God, only been in my head, and I hope get to realize some of them, but not even half of what I had planned, and I don't know how it's going to come out now, but I will try. So that was a very long introduction for what I'm going to show you and say, but that's kind of the background. So when I got the idea of making a Mad Hatter Tea Party, and if you don't know what that is the scene from Alice in Wonderland where the Mad Hatter has a tea party with the rabbit and Alice and everybody. And I wanted my Easter table to look something, a mix of a English garden tea party and the Mad Hatter tea party. So I thought, in my naivety and with my kind of thrifting virgin brain or lack of experience, I thought that I could just go into a thrift store and find everything I needed, and for a reasonable price. I kind of forgot that I live in Norway, and we were a poor country until 1970 when we struck oil. So if you go into a thrift store or an antique store in Norway, you will find a lot of kind of farmers' antiques. I don't know if that's the right word, but the kind of antiques that we bought for our cabin. And not so much beautiful porcelain, because most families in Norway didn't have expensive, nice porcelain. So that was my first mistake. The other thing is that I could find something, but it's very expensive. But I managed to find a little. So the first, after being in the antique store at our cabin, it's in a place called Dokka. We went to our local Salvation Army shop. In Norway, it's called, or the shop is called Fretex. And at first glimpse, I was kind of very disappointed. It was expensive and they didn't have what I was looking for, but I did find, and of course that's me in a nutshell. When I look for something and I'm afraid that I'm not going to find exactly what I'm looking for, I buy everything that looks remotely like what I'm looking for. So I found this coffee set with beautiful white flowers and a gold rim or trim, or I don't know what it's called. It was a coffee set for 12. It's called, and I don't have my glasses. It is called Svanaholm. Svanaholm is a place in Sweden, so I think it's Swedish porcelain. And it says 1530. That does not mean that it's porcelain from 1530. I think the company may be from 1530. I have no idea. But I bought that. I think it's for 12. And then they had 6 more cups, so I bought those as well to use in my decor. I also bought, I will take the camera down and show you later. I don't know what this is. I would probably have potatoes or something in that. It's a kind of a bowl with a lid. It didn't have this gold trim, so I painted it on. Again, I don't think it's anything expensive. I don't hope so. I hope not. I paid 55 Norwegian kroner, and at least pounds you can divide it with 10, so about 6 pounds or dollars. So I bought that, and this sugar bowl, or I think and that was also not with the gold rim, so I hope that's the correct word. So I painted it on. I would not do that if I thought it was expensive. I don't know how much I paid, actually more for this than for the other. This I paid 65 Norwegian kroner, so about $6 or something. And my husband found this Singer sewing machine with a table. So he just had to have. So that was kind of my first experience with a thrift store, not an antique but a thrift store. I have been in thrift stores when I was younger, but just to buy clothes for dress up and things like that. Never kind of serious shopping. So I was kind of disappointed, but it did not take away my kind of interest. So I had found a place, and then we went to our cabin, and on the way home we drove past. We always drive past a thrift store. I don't know the different. I know there are different names for different kind of store. I'm not just going to call everything antique store or thrift store. Stores that sell used things. In Norway, I think you can find antiques and things, used stuff that you would not call antiques in most shops. So we stopped, and again I started to realize that this is not going to be how I thought. It's going to take a lot of time. I have to search and visit a lot of stores. I found, and I hope I'm remembering correct now, I found at least, I think, yes, these three tea or coffee mugs. This one is broken, the handle is broken, but I don't mind because I knew I was going to use them for decor. So I found that. I don't remember how much I paid, and I found one cup. So again, not a lot of, and again, summer flowers. I don't know how well you can see, but I'm going to take the camera down and show you. These thrift stores are very small, and as I told you earlier, it's not common in Norway, to, at least not at my age, to be on YouTube. So when I'm wandering around filming, I always think that the store owners may think that I'm a kind of spy or from the government, or I don't know. So it feels funny. So I have not filmed a lot inside the stores, but I hope I will get braver going forward. So that was that's a small thrift store in Valdres, on the way to our cabin. Now I was, and I'm sure that those of you who are familiar with thrifting thinks that I have too little, I'm not patient enough. because I was starting to feel that this is not going to work. I'm not going to find what I'm looking for. I'm going to use the different cups and teapots in the decor, in the table scape. And I wanted dinner plates that I could use. I did not find that. Then I had found online a beautiful antique store about 3 hours from where we live, in a town called Skien here in Norway. And it's in a beautiful old, I think it's some kind of industrial building. There was an elevator, but I wanted to film the stairs. I was so out of breath when I came to the top. And it was like stepping into a museum. It was so much beautiful stuff. And that was kind of my... I thought that... I was expecting that was an expensive store, and therefore I have wanted to try out the smaller thrift stores first. And I thought that I would just go in and find everything I needed if I was just willing to pay what they asked. And if there's one thing I have learned, experienced now with the thrifting that we have done, is that I like stores where the owners are not hoarders, but, and I hope this is not mean to say, my husband is a kind of a hoarder, or we are both. We love our stuff and it's hard to let go of. And my experience is that some thrift stores are operated or owned by people that has the same kind of relationship with their stuff, and I don't think that's a good thing when you're supposed to sell. So and this was that kind of store. At least that was my experience. I felt that the guy working there even said my husband found a chainsaw or something that he thought was a very old one that was so fun, and asked what the price was, and the guy working there said that I don't think the owner will let that go because it's so nice. That's not I think a very good mindset if you're going to be operating as a shop owner. But anyways, it was it's a large store. They had so much fun, and I actually found is it called dinner service? I don't think so. I know the English word. Yeah, I found a kind of dinner set that I liked, with a white with flowers, but it was missing. It was for 11 people, I think, or 12, but it was missing 7 plates, and some of it was also glued together. It had broken and it was glued together. And he wanted 2,300 Norwegian kroner. That's about 2,300 or 230 dollars or pounds, about. And we thought that was too expensive. So and that poor guy working there had to call the shop owner every time he wanted a price for something. Some of it had prices on, but when we were and my husband, he's so good at getting a bargain. So when he started to bargain, the guy had to call the owner every time, and the owner did not want to go. And we said, okay, we can give you 150 or 1,500 Norwegian kroner, 115 pounds. But the owner said no, he would not go lower than 190. So then we said, okay, no, that's not for us. I found a cup I thought was beautiful with, is it called a saucer? Yeah, and a plate. And again he had to call his the owner of the shop for 1 cup and 2 plates. Had to give 170 Norwegian kroner. That's the reason. If you think I talk a lot about the money, it's because I think you may find it interesting what the prices are in Norway compared to your country. So that's why I'm talking about that. At least I think that's when I see people thrifting in other countries. I think it's I like to see the difference in prices. So I had to pay $17 for that, or pounds, 170 Norwegian kroner. That's not very cheap. It's not very expensive either, but I don't think it's a very nice brand. But what do I know? But 6 hours of driving, and that was what I came home with. So when my kind of last idea did not work, I began to think I'm not going to have an Easter tablescape this year. Because when I have decided that I want to do a thing, and I'm sure many of you can relate, it's hard to kind of get the brain to think on other things. But I was lucky. I found we have something called Finn, F-I-N-N. That's the Norwegian Etsy or eBay, I think. It's similar to eBay. So I thought I'll go on there and I'll search. And I found a beautiful coffee set with, or it's actually a kind of the lady called it a lunch set because it's 3 different. It's the small plate underneath the cup, and then there's a kind of what we would call a cake plate, and then there's also a what the lady called a lunch plate. So it was advertised as a coffee lunch set. It's German porcelain, and I thought it was beautiful. So and it was for 12 people, and with a sugar and cream pot too. So, and I had to pay, I think it was 120 pounds, dollars, 1,200, I think. And she had written in the ad that the price was not negotiable. So if I wanted it, I just had to pay. But I loved it. So I came out good on that. And then we went to a beautiful place in Norway called Fredrikstad. I love Fredrikstad. It's a little town near the sea, or it's placed along the sea. And in the old town of Fredrikstad there are some fun, not all of them are great, very few of them are great, but there are some fun thrift stores. And there I found some beautiful cups. It's with I think these violas. I'm not sure, but they are beautiful. I love the gold in them and the shape of the cups. So 4 of those, and one pretty similar but with another pattern. These are violas. And then I got this beautiful teapot. The teapot was 350 Norwegian kroner. It had a very small damage here, but it's very, very small. Again, I love it. I don't think it's the same series as the cup. Maybe it is. And the lady in the store could not understand that she had priced. I found another one that I love that would have been perfect, but it was so expensive, so I did not buy that. But that is my first ever. No, it's not, because I did one at my cabin. Okay, it's my second thrift haul. This time only porcelain, but I'm sure that this is not going to be my last one. I love the idea of being able to reuse, both for the environment's sake, but also I love that these are things that I am sure people have valued a lot and maybe only taken out on special occasions, and both happy and sad occasions. So I love it. So now I am running out of time. It's soon Easter, and if I want to make Easter table, I have to start. It's not going to be, I had these great plans. I was going to make fairies, and yes, fairies. I was kind of going to combine in the spring. I get in a kind of creative overload, and when I do that, I usually don't make anything because I want to make everything. So I get so overwhelmed that I don't do anything creative. I was going to make a new big sign to have in the garden. I have a lot of plans, but maybe I'll do the same as I have done with my was that for, yes, that was for Christmas. I can just build on this. This can be a very beautiful summer theme as well, and that's my plan. Now that I don't get to do everything I had set my mind to, yeah, that I had in mind, I think I am just going to kind of build onto this going towards summer. So that's my heater, if you hear some buzzing in the background. Yeah, and I also had, I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. Yes, I think I may. I want to show you some I of course have taken out the winter decor in my house, and my original plan was to make a video before I started my Easter videos, showing you the kind of in-between decor. Not that it's a lot, but I found some beautiful chargers they are from H&M. I just, if any of you follow my Texas house on Instagram, she has so much beautiful decor and such a beautiful house. She's a beautiful lady as well. Okay, sorry. If I film for over half an hour, my camera is going into another kind of mode, so I just had to fix that. What was I saying? The chargers, I just wanted to tell you they are about $9 or pounds, $8 maybe, £9, at least here in Norway at H&M, and I love them. And what I did in my dining room was that I just removed the old or the kind of winter bits. I bought some glass glass cloche, also from H&M, for the decor in the window. And in my living room I used the pink, I hope you can get that you can find. I have been loving these pink eucalyptus so much. I bought them a couple of years ago for Easter, and they were expensive but a very good buy. So if you can get some pink eucalyptus, buy them, because they're so beautiful, at least I think. But that's kind of a little of my in-between decor. So now going forward, I'm going to make my Easter tablescape and then decorate my house for Easter. And today is Thursday, so on Sunday it's already Easter, or for many Easter begins, or at least Easter holiday begins tomorrow. I know I always get the question about religion. I'm not going to talk much about that, but when I do my Easter videos, I usually get 1 or 2 questions about my religion, because for most the reason for the season is the Christian celebration, and that's great. And then I get the question that or get asked if I'm a Christian, or people have opinions about how you can and can't decorate because it's a Christian celebration. I'm on that. I just want to say that I think religion is something private. To me, I don't care if people are Christians, Muslims, atheists, whatever. For me, the most important thing is what's in your heart. Some of the best people I have met are not religious, and some of the worst people I met are very religious. So I don't like the kind of judging people by their religion. We are a Christian country, or at least we used to be. And I am baptized and I'm married in the church, and at least in the US I probably would be called a Christian, but in Norway we have a kind of a different view on religion, I think, than at least in the US. So I don't like the kind of blend of yeah, I'm not going to go into it. I could make a 1 hour video every day for a year, I think, about what my thoughts on religion is, but I'm not going to. This is not that kind of channel. So if that is a question you would like to ask, the answer is I love the story, and I come from a Christian background, but to me Easter is of course, the stories I've been told, but also it's family, it's chocolate, it's bunnies. Not that and that's American, I think, or English. It's not Norwegian. Here it's yellow and chickens. I don't know when bunnies started to lay eggs, but I have fallen for that idea as well. So I love bunnies, and I think that Easter table can be whatever you want it to be. If you want to celebrate Jesus, do that. If you want to celebrate spring, then do that. Do what's in your heart. That's at least my philosophy. So now you know what I am up to and have been up to, and you, at least if nothing else happens, you will be seeing me fairly soon. In the beginning of next week, I will try to edit and get this video out as soon as I can. Because now I have to decorate for Easter and make a video on that. So what was going to be a lot of Easter video is now turning out to be one, and that's my house tour, I think. But at least I'm going to get an Easter video out. I hope you are all doing well. Thank you so much for all the lovely comments you leave on my videos. I appreciate it so much, and that you take time out of your day to come and visit my channel. Although I'm talking to a camera and I'm alone, I feel like I'm talking to you, and I love the sweet and loving community that I have found here on YouTube. I hope you will have a beautiful, wonderful Easter. I know that for many of us it's a bittersweet Easter. Here the television is on 24/7, and all we see is the gruesome war in Ukraine. So again, I have to send lots of love for all the people in Ukraine. Yeah. Yes. Okay, guys, have a wonderful Easter, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.